Hello friends, let us solve another problem. This problem is based upon the concept of combination. So we already know that there are a lot of questions which are being asked in UPSC CSAT paper from permutation and combination based concepts, and these permutation and combination concepts can be utilized in solving various questions. So this type of questions can be asked, there can be little bit change, and these questions can be again asked. So let us start. If Let me explain you how combination differs from permutation. So you remember two examples. If I say there are three people and there are three chairs, so how many ways are possible in which these three people can be placed on each chairs? So placing these three people on these chairs, so the number of ways could come under permutation, because if it is a P1, P2 and P3, and this arrangement, let's say it is P1, P2, P3, and if there is a little bit change, P1, P3 and P2, this is also unique way in which these three people can sit on these three chairs. So the placement and these type of problems come under permutation. So you remember this example because it can be helpful later to connect with the permutation or combination based problem. But in order to understand what is the basic difference between permutation and combination, you try to remember first this problem. Then second, there are many questions where they have asked to form group or teams out of a certain number of individuals. Let's say if they are considering, let's say there are P1, P2 and P3, and out of these three you have to form teams of two people. So these problems would come under combination, because in this case P1, P2 and P2, P1, these are the same teams, right? Because there are only two members, P1 and P2, that's why they form the same team. So in this case these are combination type problems. In this case P1 and P2 and P2 and P1 would be the same item, so it would be counted only once. But you remember on a broader level that if there is a formation of team, you have to choose certain individuals out of the pool of the individuals and you have to form team, then that would come under combination. Why I told you this, you will understand later. Now let us start with today's problem. It is saying that the number of parallelograms that can be formed from a set of four parallel lines intersecting other set of four parallel lines, right? In parallelogram you know that two lines, okay, the lines which are parallel to each other and the line which are facing other line, these two lines are parallel to each other. So these two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallels, and this is nothing but the parallelogram. So it is saying that there are four lines which are intersecting another four lines, and each four lines are parallel to each other. So how many parallelogram could be formed in this pattern? So let us start. So if I draw four horizontal parallel lines, so I name these L1, L2, L3 and L4, and then they are intersecting another four parallel lines, right? So I would say this is a P1, P2, P3 and P4. So in this case you observe, if this line and this line are parallel and this line and this line are parallel, so this big can be one parallelogram, this can be one parallelogram, or it can be also one parallelogram, because there are two lines intersecting this and these two lines intersecting with each other. So these two lines which are parallel are intersecting these two lines, so forming this parallelogram. It can be also parallelogram. These two lines and these two lines. So what do you understand here? You understand that if we have any two lines which are horizontal and parallel and two other lines which are vertical and parallel, we can have one parallelogram. That's the logic you have to use with the help of combination. You know that you require two lines from each set. So from here two lines and from here two lines. So आपको पता है कि हॉरिजॉन्टल 4 लाइन्स है, उनमें से आपको 2 लाइन चाहिए। और कॉम्बिनेशन में मैं क्यों यूज कर रहा हूँ? क्योंकि L1 और L2 और L2 और L1 ये दो सेम ही होंगे, या L3 L4 L4 L3 या L1 L4 L4 L1 सेम ही होंगे। तो इसमें से हमें यूनिक दो लाइंस कॉम्बिनेशन से मिलेगी, यानी यूनिक दो लाइंस का ग्रुप कॉम्बिनेशन से मिलेगा। तो 4C2 हो गया, जो हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन से पैरेलल, उसमें से दो लाइन इनटू मल्टीप्लिकेशन। क्यों? क्योंकि हमें कोई भी पैरेललोग्राम बनाने के लिए दो हॉरिजॉन्टल और दो वर्टिकल एंड कंडीशन है, दोनों चाहिए, इसलिए यहाँ एंड यानी मल्टीप्लिकेशन इनटू 4C2। वाई 4C2? अगेन हमारे पास 4 वर्टिकल लाइन्स है, उसमें से हमें दो कोई भी वर्टिकल लाइन चाहिए। और कॉम्बिनेशन क्यों? क्योंकि डुप्लीकेशन ऑफ लाइन्स नहीं होना है। मतलब L1 और L2 जैसे L2 और L1 के इक्विवेलेंट है, वैसे ही सेम इसमें से अगर P3 और P4 ये दो लाइन ले लिया, या P4 एंड P3 ले लिया, तो वो सेम ही कॉम्बिनेशन है इसके, इसीलिए डुप्लीकेशन अवॉइड करना है, इसलिए हमने कॉम्बिनेशन ले लिया है। और 4 में से 2 चूज करना है विच आर यूनिक, वर्टिकल और हॉरिजॉन्टल। दैट्स वाई कॉम्बिनेशन, हमेशा कॉम्बिनेशन आएगा। तो आपको पता है कि कॉम्बिनेशन हम कैसे सॉल्व करते हैं। अगर ये 4C2 है तो पहले 4 फैक्टोरियल डिवाइडेड बाय ये जो है वो 2 फैक्टोरियल लिखेंगे, और इन दोनों का डिफरेंस 4 - 2, इनका भी फैक्टोरियल। सो 4 फैक्टोरियल अपॉन 2 फैक्टोरियल 2 फैक्टोरियल। तो मैं जिन लोगों को पता नहीं उन लोगों के लिए बता रहा हूँ। 4 × 3 × 2 × 1 यानी 4 फैक्टोरियल, और 2 × 1 यानी 2 फैक्टोरियल, इधर 2 × 1 यानी 2 फैक्टोरियल। तो इसको कैंसिल कर सकते हैं, 12 डिवाइडेड बाई 2, सो 6 हो गया। तो 4C2 6 हो गया, तो A6 into A6, so total 36 ways are there. So our answer is 36. So remember, this is very important problem, but apart from problem, the concept is very important. The way combination is being used to calculate the number of parallelograms, there are a lot of questions which are based upon combination. So this is one of them. So I hope you understand this, how the concept can be utilized, and hope you will be able to solve other problems as well. All the best.